What are we doing?
Dude, I don't know.
You need a hug? All right, let's do it.
So I was doing some research.
It's like therapy for us. You're just easing into not having much time on your hands.
And I'm stoked for the journey. What's up, everybody? My name is Brian Boyd.
And you know who I am. I'm the Zach Gittler.
And we are...
Two dads on a mic.
Yeah, boy. Yeah. We are back. It is in effect.
That's
episode number. So, housekeeping. My goodness gracious. We are. Oh, dude, I totally did it.
I told him not to bang the table, and he banged the table.
I gotta punch things sometimes.
It's all good. It's all good.
We are on the podcast world now, everybody. Bling, bling, bling. Newsflash. So, Anchor, iTunes. What other platforms are we on at the podcast?
Those are the two main ones that I think everybody uses. So those are the ones to focus on. That, and of course on YouTube where you're watching this, or Instagram or Facebook at the number 2 dads on a mic. We're everywhere. Just search that. We own it.
Yeah, we do.
You can find us.
Yeah, 2 dads on a mic. And the most important thing to remember about it is that in order for us to grow this and to make it what we want it to be, it helps so much if you just if you like the show, if it's something that you listen to, if it's something that you find value in, give us a review, give us a rating, share it with people that you think will also like it, and ask them to do the same thing. This is one of those things we don't run advertisements. We don't ask for, like donations or anything like that. You know that they're starting to do that like on Spotify and stuff. It's kind of crazy, the podcast world and where it's going.
Really?
In fact, I found a podcast app that's what they're doing in order to
raising money.
Yeah. In fact, there was the one that you shared with me the other day.
Yeah. So that one, I want to look further into that.
What was that called?
I forgot, but it's placing you like podcast in a world where you could make money. Right. Like, I think you guys would be good in this category, or have these people on, or it's just a world I want to.
They kind of help you out.
Yeah, and they take like a % of whatever you make or something. It's just I saw it on a TED Talk.
Okay.
It looked interesting.
But what we do ask of you is help us grow this by sharing, rating, and reviewing. That is literally the way we can organically grow this, which is what we want to do and love to do. So if you find this content valuable, if you find this content meaningful, if you find this content would be good for somebody else that you know, then that's all that we ask of you, and we would appreciate that so much. And thank you for those people out there that are already doing that. I wanted to give a shout out right now to a company called Honest AF Cards, and you can only imagine what the AF stands for. But follow them on Instagram at Honest AF Cards. They are amazing. They gave us a huge shout out the other day for Father's Day. And if you're looking for that perfect Father's Day card, or if you're looking for a card that is for like a teacher or a mom or a friend or a sister, the cards are hilarious and they're brutally honest, which is the best part.
We just did that for free. We're not even getting paid for that.
No.
That was a great ad right there by you. That's our first non-paid ad.
They're all non-paid.
But we just give back. We love doing it. It's therapy for us. We love it. Sharing is caring. And we love this stuff.
Yeah, so thank you to them, and check them out because their stuff is legit, and we love it. And it's just really cool to see people in the community just blow each other up and share each other's content, because that's what it's all about. It's creating those relationships, and that's what's so amazing about the social media and the digital media world, is that you don't even have to physically meet someone and to start building relationships.
Well, it could almost hurt you in other ways. You could build an amazing relationship with someone online, and then you meet them and you're like, I don't like you. It's happened.
Has that happened to you?
No, but it's happened.
Well, it's funny because I at the salon, right, we have a younger generation that works at the salon, and I was talking to one of the employees, and she was saying how she was going to hang out with someone that she met on Instagram, and I was like, what do you mean you met on Instagram? She's like, yeah, that's I just follow their content, and then I started direct messaging them. DM is what the kids are saying these days, and And she's like, then we just built this relationship, blah, blah, now we're just going to hang out. And I was like, damn, like that is like networking to the extreme.
I mean, it's the way the world works now.
It's crazy.
I mean, I'm hearing stuff that like we won't even use our message that much. It'll be through Facebook or Instagram because that's what you're on more. And it's just another step to like click out and click in.
Yeah.
You're already on it. Like, oh, message people to that. It's becoming more popular.
That makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. So anyways, that's what we appreciate anyway about the digital world and those people shouting us out and anybody that we can help do that for as well would just be awesome.
Yep.
So other than that, how's it going, buddy?
Just same old, man. Busy.
Yeah.
Working on every avenue and DJing and clothing world and baby taking care of ish and had an awesome Mother's Day. That was fun. We spent the same day on Mother's Day.
Yep.
And that was a lot of fun.
Yeah, we did a little brunch.
Yep, we had brunch at our house. I cooked all day. I cooked breakfast. We didn't really have lunch because we had brunch, and then I cooked dinner too.
What'd you guys do for dinner?
You guys left, and I went to the store and made burgers.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, like some good burgers.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what a Juicy Lucy is?
Why do I know that name?
Cheese-infused
yeah.
burger. It's very popular in Minnesota.
Is it? Who
Yeah.
sells the Juicy Lucy?
It's 5A Club or Matt's in Minnesota.
Okay.
But, I mean, people have copied it over time.
I've heard it. I've heard that before. Maybe it was on like
Oh, no, it was on there's been
Man
specials.
versus Food or something.
There's been that, and there's also been like Dateline. Like there's been things like it's a big thing.
Okay.
Even like 10 years ago or a while ago when I moved here, I was like, imagine having a food truck called the Juicy Lucy, and you just sold those. It's $1 million idea.
Sold.
Put it in a bag, and give me a French fry.
I made burgers last night.
Nice.
I did. I just did the ground beef.
What do you put in it?
I just put a bunch of shaved or grated cheese and mixed it in.
You put it in, okay.
And then I wrapped the patty with bacon.
Nice.
Like, just fully wrapped it so it looked like it was just bacon.
You cook it on your little flat top grill?
No, I grilled it, bro. I took it real. I took it to the man level.
And you didn't have a bun. You have a cheese bun?
No, I had a lettuce bun.
Oh, yeah, you told me In-N-Out does that now.
Yeah,
they have
protein style.
I gotta try that.
If you ever order stuff, if you don't want the bread, people, and you don't know how to eat a sandwich, order it protein style. So it's a lettuce wrapped goodness.
Yeah,
it's amazing.
You've yet to have it.
Makes it so fresh.
Oh, I need to.
So fresh and so clean.
Yes.
I'm just breaking out the lyrics today.
Nice.
Okay.
What you up to, man? What's your week been?
Let's see. We had the Mother's Day. I followed our own advice, and I did a Mother's Week for Molly. It was amazing. I kind of planned something each day.
Nice.
Either she like received something or I helped her with something, and it was really cool. It was just rad to see her revel in the fact that she is a mom now, and she got to just enjoy and experience that holiday.
Because how old's Mac right now?
She just turned 2 months on Monday.
2 months in, it's your first Mother's Day. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, isn't that pretty cool?
Yeah.
That
was a burp, ladies and gentlemen. It was just creeping up, and then it escaped.
It's the water that's in our cups.
Blue water, man. It's Blue Mountain Spring fresh water.
So it was a great Mother's Day, great Mother's Week, and we ended up going to the beach for a little bit after we left your place, which was cool. It was kind of a chillier day, but the sun was out, and let's see. Oh, we took little Mac camping, like a day camp. It wasn't like an overnight. We wanted to test the waters and see how it went, so we went up into the mountains and got into the pine trees and took in all the fresh air, and that was incredible.
I forgot. I surprised Jess with a night away at a winery.
That's right.
Yeah, it was all day. We got up real early.
You went the day before, spent the day there, then the night.
Yeah, and then we went home the next day. But it was a long, like we were there. We left the next day. We're like, feels like we've been here for like 3 days.
That's amazing.
Because we like cross-reference everything. We did a photo shoot, video shoot, made a video, and did all this stuff. It was awesome.
So you did kind of a working getaway.
Yeah, but it's fun. Like, you walk around, you drink wine all day, and we're filming, and it's beautiful everywhere you look at the winery.
Yeah. Which winery?
Ponte.
Okay.
So nice.
That's the one next to South Coast, right?
And we were going to say South Coast.
Yeah.
Because it was like $100 less expensive. And then our friends who stay there, I was like, I don't care. I'll just stay here. But it was awesome.
I heard Ponte
No one
was
was really there.
Yeah.
No one was at the pool the whole day. We sat there for 3 hours. We felt like we owned the place.
Yeah.
And then had a dope dinner. It was just It was awesome.
That's a great story because you got away from Arya.
Yes.
And today,
yes.
Guess what we're talking about?
Time away from something?
Time away. I'm taking time away from you and you and you.
What's that from? Is that
I
your
just
own
made
song?
It up, yeah.
Oh my god! No one copy that. It's copyrighted. No one steal that.
Time Away by Brian Boyd. So time away. So there's kind of two components that we wanted to touch on this. Mm-hmm. Time away from each other, as in spousal time away.
Yep.
And time away from
baby. The baby.
The kid.
Yes. Or kids.
Or kids.
Which kids? I think it's more so you can get out.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Did your parents spend a lot of time away from each other or from the kids?
No. My dad he worked a lot,
But that's not time away.
Yeah, it is.
Okay. Let's define what time away is.
What's
here.
time away?
Let's jump into
What's
this.
Time away?
Let's just get right into the nitty gritty. So I think time away, if you're talking about that you're really having time away, like it's time that you are able to do the things that are going to alleviate you from the craziness of your world. That's why it's away.
Yes. I get that, but like as we said prior to this, my work, and Jess has brought it up, is time away. It is. It's like, and she's like, you like when you work on Saturdays, because that's like the day I work DJing is normally Saturdays or Sundays. I'm like, yeah. I mean, I get up, I kind of leave at 12, and I have a full day to set up, and I have no worries except focusing on the party that I'm doing, which I know enough now that it just comes natural. But still, it's time away.
Yeah.
It definitely is a big break. But again, we both work from home. We're both around each other all the time, and I think select few people can do that. I think I tell Jess, I'm like, we don't give ourselves enough credit just to being able to run businesses, like 3 businesses from home, while raising a child that only goes to preschool half days is huge.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this. Do you feel that the time away that you're working is the same as time away when you're actually like away? Either away from Jess or away from Jess and Aria or? No,
but there are parts of the day. I mean, I still have to focus. Like I have to go DJ at 6 or 7 o'clock while I'm setting up and focus. But it just weighs in the better part of me having to be at home sometimes.
So for you? What's the ideal? Let's start with the spouse. Let's go with the spouse. Yeah. The spouse alone. So for you, what's a good amount of time away from your spouse where you're like, okay, that was cool. I enjoyed that. That was great.
I haven't. Jess has gone out of town for work. But when she's gone like last couple months, 4 days, 3 days at a time. But I think like a day is enough. Even like not even a night, even like a day away of just, if you were to go get a massage and just like not have to worry about the child for one day, that's enough to rejuvenate, I think, your mind and body. And everybody needs that. I mean, like I told you guys, I think the best thing you guys ever did when Mac was born is you guys trade off rather than doing everything together. So it's not like to the vacation world, but it's giving you time, delegating in certain avenues. But I think a day is enough. A day and night over is plenty.
And what would you do? What would your time? Magic wand. I go up to Zack, and you get a day and a night. What do you go do on your time away? Like, do you go hang out with boys? Do you alone time? What do you do?
I'd hang out with someone. Yeah. Because I've done stuff like when you're like alone, and then I'm like, that gets old in like an hour. You always want to. I'm a person that I always want to enjoy and experience something with someone else. Yeah. Whether it be friend or Jess or whoever. So I don't know, and it depends who that friend is. Like, let's say it was you. Like, let's go golfing. Yeah. And then let's go to the casino. Done. That's my kind of day, baby. Done. That's all I do.
And then I get depressed because I lose all my money. I'm like, meh.
Yeah, I'd be like, what? Just you give me your money.
That's right. That's right. That's awesome.
So what's your magic wand given?
Oh man, well I got to think about the amount of time. So I've done a few like guy trips, which have been awesome. Like 3 days. And I think for like really having time away, for me, it's going somewhere, and it is like getting into the mindset that I can just like completely disconnect from my world that I live in every day. So if I'm talking about like if magic wand, it would be like a 3-day, maybe like a Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and it would be something. It would be with a few friends. That's something I love to do. Whether it's like camping. So like for a bachelor, I've gone to a bachelor party it was a 3-day bachelor party. And we went and we rented an RV and we drove up into the mountains and we just chilled and fished and drank and just had a blast, right?
Yeah, I'd do that in a second.
I went to Tahoe and I did a Tough Mudder with friends, and we rented an Airbnb house up in the mountains, and we were gone for 3 days. And so I've done different things like that, and I feel like I came back, and not only did I find that I appreciated my relationship so much, like I was excited to come back to my relationship with my wife, but it also helped me put into perspective how important like that time away was to not only help me realize that appreciation, but dude, I got to kick it with my boys.
Yeah, and you got to times that by 10 now because you haven't had an escape yet with the baby being born.
No.
This is all pre-baby.
Right.
So it's going to be a lot different. You're going to appreciate things a lot more. You're going to appreciate your time away a lot more, I think.
And I think especially as the baby gets older too.
Oh my gosh.
Because right now, baby Max chill.
And I think we've always been good at maximizing our time away, or our vacation time. We maximize it like in every which way. We do as much as we can, and in anywhere we go. So because we only get like a day, maybe.
Well,
2
you guys
days.
have done like Vegas for a few days.
Yeah, we had 2 days in Vegas. We've done. But, I mean, for me, yeah, if it was time away, it's literally just hang out with people that I want to hang out with. I don't need to do anything because something always comes up to go do. But literally, like, I could just rent a house and hang out on the beach with whoever wants to hang out. So
you're married. You guys have been married how long?
It's going to be 10 years this year.
10 years this year.
Yeah.
Out of those 10 years, how much extended period of time at one time have you and Jess spent away from each other? And I'm not talking about you, like, hanging out at home watching Aria while she's going and doing work trips, right? Because I think that's not the same thing I'm talking about.
It's been recently when she's gone to work gone to like the conventions for. But
other than that,
3 days.
Anything else?
No.
Wow.
Like 3 days.
Dang.
I know.
That's crazy.
That's why it's like I always tell Jess, like we are around each other 24/7.
Yeah.
Do we get butt heads? Of course, everybody does. I mean, like it's part of life and it's healthy. But like we're a different breed of people. I think to be able to run businesses from home, and it's interesting to me.
And that's running a business from home. I ran a business with my wife for 3.5 years from our business location. Mm-hmm. I think that's even easier than doing it from home because you live in your business.
Yeah,
right?
It's a double-edged sword being at home. A lot of people would say that. I love it working from home. I love it more than anything. Yeah. I would never want an office ever. I'd rather just extend a room onto my house and make that off of my office and have people come to me, but I don't want to have to, especially in California. So
would you be open to the idea of taking a long weekend with away from Jess and Aria and going doing your thing?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
100%.
I'm going to challenge you to that. You should do it.
Yeah, we've talked about it. Like, she'll go do this and I'll go do that. I just haven't gone to do that. It just depends what it is, too. I'm not going to go – I probably wouldn't go to Vegas with my boys.
Yeah.
I've been to Vegas so many times, and Vegas just creates trouble. And just something will always happen bad when you go with –
Whatever do you mean?
Where's Las Vegas? But no, camping would be cool. All that stuff would be cool.
Yeah.
But
we should plan a weekend, dude.
I'm in.
We should totally plan a weekend. That'd be fun.
I'm in 100%.
It'd be dope.
But I just think I'm a rare breed. I really enjoy hanging out with my wife. And
that's good,
and you're the same, too. Like, you guys get along that way. It's like no one else knows each other than you guys and us that we do. And it's awesome. It's what you should strive to get in your marriage.
Well, you should. I mean,
if you don't, then you should.
You shouldn't want to be away.
Yeah.
You should look forward to it, though. Mm-hmm. Like, I think there's a difference between like wanting to be away and then like looking forward to it. Mm-hmm. Because it's something, in some of the stuff that we read talking about this, there's a few points that are brought up, and one of the things is that you appreciate your partner more. Because when you balance yourself away from somebody, it's kind of like a reset of why it is that you really enjoy having that person around in your life.
And that's why I married Jess.
One lucky gal.
Yes, she is.
And then, another thing that came up that was pretty repetitive was you gain a sense of your own self when you go and spend time away from your day-to-day. I think it's like with work. any relationship, whether it's a relationship with work, a relationship with your spouse, relationship with your kid, relationship with your friends. Like, bro, I love you, man, but I ain't hanging out with you 7 days a week. You drive me nuts.
I drive my wife nuts. I drive everybody nuts.
But I spend time away from my friends, and then I'm like, oh, dude, I really want to go hang out with Zach, or hey, I really want to go do this, or I want to hang out with this person because I've spent time away, and it just kind of makes me realize like how much I miss that relationship. You know what I mean?
100%. I mean, like all my friends live in Minnesota or one up in Oakland, and I rarely get to see them. That's why like my good friend lived with us for 6 months off and on, but we loved it.
Yeah.
I love that, man. Like, I mean, that's our end game. We want to have the chateau. Come live at our compound, build a tiny home. Dude, I'm looking into getting like the air freight storage locker things on the ships, like they ship the big the container houses. Have you seen those?
No. Oh, yeah. The container homes.
I'm researching every single avenue. I'm like, how much it costs just to build one and just put it on our property?
What would you have on it? Like you'd rent it out on Airbnb?
I don't know. It'd just be a
guest house.
Yeah, just in a guest house.
Right. You got to plumb it though.
Yeah. You
got to think about those things.
True.
Those are expensive.
True, but the house we're looking at it already. Yeah, I'm forecasting. I research everything, man. There is no bad idea ever.
So if you're talking about time away from your spouse, specifically spouse, we're gonna get into kid in just a second. What do you think is the one thing that every guy or woman should know or take into account? Because my parents were married for 49 years before my mom passed.
Jeez.
49 years. I know of 2 times in my whole childhood. One time my mom went to Missouri with my sister for my cousin's wedding. And another time my dad and I went on a fishing trip together. Those are the only 2 times that I know of that my parents spent time away from each other. Other than when he was in the military, but that's different, right? That doesn't count. That's not really a choice, right? That's just it's a part of your job. I feel as though I learned from that is not a healthy thing to do.
No, it's not. I mean, having time away is very, very healthy. I think it's needed. It's a prerequisite or a post-requisite after having a child and being married. It's just healthy. So
what's the essential thing that a man or a woman should understand or take away, in your point of view, from this conversation?
Just take time away. Like both sides, women and men, give whatever it is. If someone wants to go do something, because as we get older and we get busier, if hubby wants to go out with the boys for the weekend, just let him go. But just pre-plan. Okay, cool. Like you do this. I'm not saying like we have to go against each other, but like, yeah, I'm gonna go with the girls then to Vegas, and no, it's not like that. Just It's okay to have those things pre-planned, and it's only gonna better your friendship as you get older of whoever you're gonna hang out with too. We always tell our friends like, man, let's just go to a cabin once a year, but no one can plan anything. No one can set their things. Me and Jess almost took it upon ourselves. Like, we're just gonna rent a house on the beach in Oceanside, so we don't have to like fly or anything. We'll spend more, and we're gonna reach out to people. Whoever wants to come can come, and let's say 1 out of the 6 can go. We're just gonna, who's our second tier of friends? Because who knows, you're gonna rekindle these friendships of people you kind of remember or like hung out with, but not as much, because we all have our core group. But we want to bring that like back together to people. Mm-hmm. But it comes down to money. It comes down to schedule, and money's the big culprit. So I'm like, screw it. If we have some money, just rent it. Just do it.
Yeah.
And we'll see what happens. And if we bite the bullet and spend a lot of money, then it is what it is. But we have to, forecast that. But just take away just giving each other that space, that time, if it's needed, but it will always be needed to pre-do it before something like bad happens, meaning like just blow-ups or stuff like that. I think it's healthy. Whether sending wifey on a massage for the day and just like, look, I got the kid. When you're done, you can go here, and I'm gonna take her to the park. I'll let you come home and say goodnight, but I don't want you doing anything today. It's just a re-energizing experience. That's what it does.
Yeah, and I'm gonna piggyback on the first thing that you said, because in my opinion, I was one of those people when Molly and I first started our relationship. I was a little jealous. And when she would want to go do things without me, I took that shit personal.
Because you thought she didn't like you, she's gonna go hook up with
No, I was like, all I wanted to do was spend time with her. And when she didn't want to spend time with me, I didn't get it.
When she left, did you hug on her like leg? Like,
dude.
No.
Oh man, I locked the doors to the house, strapped her to the bed.
And then it just got really,
well, that was
lights
for other
dimmed
reasons.
And you just turned like No one.
But I think I was raised in this house where my parents were never away. So for me, it wasn't a normal thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then it took me some time to realize, like, this is great. Like, taking some time away, her taking some time away from me taking some time away from her. That's a great thing. Like, this makes me appreciate our relationship so much more. So my one daducation point to all of you people in relationships is this, and take it to heart. Don't get jealous if somebody wants to go do something without you. It's not personal, people. It's not personal. Don't take that shit personal. Right?
It could be personal if, like, let's say you always wanted to do something for years and years and they go do it with their friends. Then, yeah.
Well, I mean, come on. There's some common sense involved, right?
And that's what it comes down to. Then it gets into the world of, like, okay, they're just twisting the knife right now. So
right.
They're not going to last.
But if I go to mom, I'm like, babe, look, hey, like, Zach invited me to go check out this new place
This new Play-Doh warehouse. Yeah, Play-Doh.
Yeah. He wanted to go for a weekend to Legoland.
Just me and Brian.
Lego lame.
Yeah.
Would you be cool with that? She'd be like, yeah, totally cool with that. And then she told me, she was like, look, after we have Mac, I'm taking a weekend and I'm going to go hang out with the girls. I want to plan a weekend away with the girls because, you've had a lot of time. You've had times where you've been able to go out with the boys and go do things and this and that. She goes, when the baby's born, I want to go have a weekend with the girls. I'm like,
so
sweet.
So why don't we flip it? Why don't we just pre-plan it and you talk to Molly about, and then I would plan out and surprise it for Jess that, like, would Molly and Jess go? They'd go hang out for like a night.
For sure.
Yeah, like let's say you go downtown and then we go downtown. I don't know, or somewhere else. Like we just plan it.
Yeah.
We just book it.
Okay. I like that.
Yeah.
Well, but if they don't want to go hang out, we'll go hang out.
Yeah.
Shoot,
true,
man.
True.
But tell Jess she can't get jealous.
Yeah. No. No, she won't. She's gotten to do a lot this year. She knows it, which I'm fine. Like I didn't get to go on the cruise for a week,
right?
But that was my choice because I had to work. And then a convention in Chicago.
Somebody sounds
Chicago.
jealous.
Oh, no.
I'm
appreciative that she got to go, and I forced her. I'm like, no, go, and she felt super, super bad.
Right.
So it was flipped. She felt bad. Other than saying like I'm like, no, I'm bitter. No, she felt bad, which that makes her more amazing. But no, it's long term investment in life, and I know all these things will be happening. To me, it's just timing. That's all it comes down to.
Okay, so real quick, time away from the kiddo. Now you have a lot. I'll be honest with you. I'm still in the honeymoon phase, right?
Yeah.
I'm still in the 2 month.
Yeah.
I like run home from work. I want to just like squeeze her cheeks and be like, and like give her Zerbers and all that stuff. So I want to spend every moment I can with the baby girl. But you've got some experience under your belt.
I think a lot of factors into working from home and having her around. We found it's not healthy. One, for her to like watch us, but she's getting older now. She helps us and do stuff which we like, but it's just, it can't run smooth, a smooth ship. And then that's where you live. And then that becomes overwhelming. That's where working from home can be kind of not good. But, as the kid grows from 2 to 3 and everybody says terrible 2s, it's more terrible 3s for us.
Three-nager.
Yeah. It's, but we are very thankful. Like, my mom lives with us, and I've wanted her to live forever with us, and now she does, and she's the biggest help in the world.
Your mom,
like a drop of a hat. I can just be like, "Hey, mom, I want to go away for the night." And she's like, "Okay," And me and Jess always talk about it. I don't think my mom would ever tell me the truth. Like, I don't want to today. She might feel like that she has to because she lives with us, kind of thing. But she's the savior and just the help in that world. We would not be doing a lot of stuff we'd be doing if it wasn't for my mom.
Yeah, it's a good point. I think your mom has brought a lot of freedom to your life.
Gosh. Oh my gosh. I mean, we'd be just paying someone, but then that someone wouldn't be like, family or this and that. And then my big question, even still, when someone's about to have a baby or thinking about it, I'm like, do you have family that lives near you? And if they say yes, I'm like, you'll be fine. It's in a certain category of people. There's a lot of people that just...
We don't.
I know. No,
we
I know.
have zero family around here.
But you guys are very much like us. Like you guys get it done. You know what to do, and you will do it. You know what it takes. And you guys together, relationship-wise, is like me and Jess. It's solid. So, but there's a lot of people that think that having a baby is going to elevate or make things better.
I think people use marriage, and I think we've talked about this. People use marriage and kids as a way to hopefully make things better. Well, if we just have a kid, or if we just get married.
I hear that, and I'm sorry if this offended me, but I think it's the dumbest thing in the world to say.
Yeah.
To think that, for me, to really think that is, you're gone.
If you're
gone
in a
already.
relationship and you think that tying the knot is going to make your relationship better, it is actually at first the exact opposite.
Yeah.
It makes it harder.
Yeah.
It makes it more difficult because now you're fucking committed.
Yeah.
And if you think that having a kid is going to make it better,
Marriage is easy compared to having a kid.
oh my
Because
God.
I mean, you're hopefully marrying the person you love, so it's going to be easy. But a kid is a different world. It's you're starting your own business and you have no idea how to do it.
And
You
you've got
know?
this employee that you ain't firing.
No, it's a whole different world of stuff.
You ain't firing that employee, man.
I hear that once every like 6 months of someone I know of, like, yeah, you know they're having trouble, they're gonna have a baby. I'm like, I almost want to like intervene, and I like and like sit them down, like,
Don't do it.
well, no, to just if they think it's gonna save something.
It's
not. I just being like, you really need to think about this, like, big time.
Well, the sad part about it,
this could ruin your life.
well, it could, and the kid,
yeah,
even
not
more
just
importantly.
one. Not couldn't. I mean, it could ruin two. Like,
Well, that's the problem is that you want to ruin your own life. Cool, go ruin your own life. Whatever. Don't bring a kid into this world and then ruin.
yeah,
theirs.
it irritates me.
Yeah,
like,
dude.
When I hear that, like, I mean, marriage to me is. My views on marriage is a whole other world of like, it literally is signing a piece of paper. That's what it is to me in regards to like telling someone you're married. Like, I was married to Jess when I met her, and as we kept growing, I didn't need to get married to be married. That's what I mean. I didn't need my sister has been engaged.
I thought you were saying that marriage is just the signing of a
No.
paper.
I mean, it's just people think they need to like get married to have the ceremony to be married too.
Well, I think they think they have to get married to have a special type of relationship. And I
Yeah.
think what you're saying is that special relationship should form way before you sign a piece of paper.
Or literally, you just go get a knot and tie it. And both that's gonna be the new age marriage for me. I'm gonna be when you marry someone.
You're like the pastor or the yeah.
I was gonna do it anyway.
I know what you're talking about.
My new thing is it's gonna be tying a knot, and both of you guys just hold it and tighten it. That's my ceremony.
I love it.
No signing anything. It's just tying.
Literally tying the knot.
Yeah, that'd be good.
That would be hilarious.
Yeah.
I like that tradition actually. I think we should incorporate
And then you hang,
that.
and then it'd be like a cool piece to hang up on your. It'd fit in your guys' place if you had like a knot hanging.
Yeah,
that'd be cool.
You get a big. That'd be a big knot though.
So that's
something cool. You're like,
that's what you can
and
do.
all
for
of your groomsmen would hold one side, and all of
You
your
have a tug of
bridesmaids
war.
would hold the other side.
You have a tug of war.
Yeah, just bam.
No, that could be like a new 10-year thing.
like
on the
that.
10-year, you do whatever, and then the very end of the ceremony, you take a knot, and you both tie it.
Ooh,
That's cool.
That's a cool wedding gift. Just like a cool rope with a big knot. And
But you
just
have
give
to
it
be
them.
liking of like what you guys like. You know, you have to like that style.
Kind of, yeah, rustic, urban style.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's a cool idea. Just tie the knot. Just
Come up
do
with
it,
those, man.
No I do's. No kiss the bride. Just pull.
No.
Pull the finger.
Well, I keep joking with my sister. They've been engaged for 10 plus years. They've been together for like 16.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I'm like, you guys are married.
Oh, I didn't know
I mean,
that.
the more so of like how being married is a piece of paper is why do they have common law then? If they have common law, then you don't need to get married. You're already married. You know, like it's just it's the way you interact and act with each other. That's what marriage is.
So we totally just got off topic, but that's okay.
Zach, off topic.
One essential component of getting away from your kid. If you could say that there's the one reason I would just spend a night away from Aria, it would be
to have the same, just zero worry and to relax my brain and just know what it is to sleep or just do something without, a baby.
Yeah.
Just chirping, yelling, whatever it may be.
I love how it comes back to sleep.
Yeah. But then again, we just all wake up. I can't even sleep in. I mean, I can, but I can't. And just uninterrupted silence and uninterrupted like enjoyment. That's kind of what it comes down to. Just like you said, pre-baby, just not having to worry about this, letting go, and just not worrying.
Yeah, I think that would, for me, it would be if Molly and I were to hand Mac off to the grandparents for a night, and her and I just went. I think it would almost be a freedom thing, like you said. So not have to worry, but for me, it would be just like I'm free of a responsibility, right? Like we don't have to wake up, we don't have to change a diaper, we don't have to whatever. It's just we're free. Just free.
Yeah, free. Take the freedom as much as you can get it.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
My parents left us all the time. They would go weekends, like, especially when I was like 8, my sister was 10.
Who would watch you guys?
No one. They'd go for the weekend.
10 years old.
Yeah.
What?
For like a night. They'd take
Your
off for a
sister
night.
was 10 or you were 10?
My sister. I was like 8. My
At
family would
10?
know that we were there, but yeah.
That's
Bold.
very bold.
Yeah. And then it just
But you know what, though?
It continued.
That paints a bigger picture for me of how you are. It does, because my other brother, half brother and sister, they were brought up very like, do it yourself. You want to eat? Go cook your food. And I feel like that's how you guys, like, you're 10, I'm leaving you at home. You guys will be fine. I'm open for that world because I see how the end result happens. But that's young.
But
dude.
I mean, you
get arrested nowadays for that shit.
You would.
Yeah.
We lived in a very safe community. All of our neighbors would know if they were going out.
So are you sure, like, none of them ever checked in on you and just like, hey?
My aunt would come over sometimes.
10 years old.
Yeah. My aunt would come over,
Wow.
but it was just kind of they just trusted us. They trusted our neighbors. We could even have a friend sleep over if we wanted
that's
to.
Some trust.
Yeah.
10 years old.
Dude, my she's boss.
I've
My
never
sister
met a
didn't let
sister.
anything happen, man.
That's probably why. It
Yeah.
was your sister of why.
Oh, it wasn't me, bro. It wasn't me.
10 years old.
Yeah.
I'm like wrapping my brain. I'm like, all the parties that I do of all the kids and this and that, and I'm like, not even 13. I would leave my child home.
Yeah, but 13's a different beast than 10.
sure
That's a different mindset.
still older.
It's older, but that doesn't mean the mindset is
trouble
older.
getting into it at 13.
Right. But they would leave us. Oh, man. When we got older, like 13, 14, 15, 16, they were gone all the time.
So were there ever like
house parties?
This shit?
No,
yeah,
never.
Did anything ever happen bad? That they had to come. Wow.
Well, that's not true. Before I was 21, this was older. I was like 19.
Well, yeah.
They took off and they said they were going to be gone for the weekend. I had a party and they showed up that night. So
you got to ask your dad if he did that on purpose.
Oh, they did.
Or they knew. Or you know what happened?
They did.
No, you know what happened is a neighbor called.
No, they did it on purpose
to test you.
Oh, yeah. Because
really?
my house was my neighbors. Yeah, it was a total test, and I failed miserably.
I can't wait for that world because, like I think I've said in previous episodes, I feel that I've gone through a lot and know a lot in the world of just the world, that when our daughter grows up, she's gonna think she's running something by us, but I'm like,
you don't think she's gonna get it by you, bro? No. Oh man,
I will call that one. She will not. No, okay. That's the one thing where it's just wait. Like how I say, just wait. I feel like my growing up and like what I got into, what I did and know, and no.
Okay.
And what I'm still relevant in the world and will continue to be. So
Okay. So we jump into our next section of climbing the dadder, and now that we've kind of talked about, spending time away from your kids, spending time away from your wife, what do you feel like you learned or took away from this kind of conversation? What does it make you realize, or what do you think other people should maybe realize from this conversation?
I think what we've already touched on, I've realized it this year alone. With Jess has never gone out of town really ever, and she has for work 2 or 3 times, but it's just needed. It's just needed. It is, like we said previously, if one or the other wants to go do something, let them do it. But then there's nothing wrong. Be like, cool, you do that, and if it's cool, I'm going to go plan this. Because it should be. It's 50-50. That's like the prime example of being married, 50-50. Like, but you don't need to compete.
No.
At all. That's where it gets tough. But just taking that away, it makes me realize more and more of how important that time away is. And healthy. Very, very healthy.
Yeah.
To regenerate the everythings in your mind and body.
Yeah, and I think for me, it makes me remember, and people realize this, to look forward to something. Because you always look forward to like going and doing something different or new. So it gives you something to look forward to. Whenever you have something to look forward to, you always are in a better mood.
This is the biggest hack of life that you just said. Biggest hack. Even before the baby. Whenever you go on a vacation, whenever you go do something fun, the day you have to go home, you're depressed. It just kicks in.
Oh, absolutely.
So what we always did back in the day is literally the last, we used to go on a trip like every year for 2 weeks to a month. The last couple days, we would start searching where we want to go next just to elevate that. And sometimes we would book it.
I love it. I love that idea.
Looking forward to the next thing it's huge.
It saves you.
It is the biggest life hack in the world.
Yeah.
The world.
So imagine having that constantly, you just know that you have this thing planned, and it could be 12 months away. It doesn't matter. But you have it in your foresight, and you're just like, I'm so looking forward to this.
I need to take advantage of it more, especially because my mom's there, and just like, look, in 6 months, I'm just going to book this out. We're going to go. And like right now we have to, in July, where we get to go away for 5 days for work, but it's enjoying, but I got to take advantage of that more, actually, of just like booking those things out.
Yep. And the nice thing is, if you book it, it's there, and you figure it out. If you're like, oh, we shouldn't have done that, well, you figure it out as you go along. So just anticipate it, book it, get it scheduled, because then your excitement will help build your relationship as well. Even if you're the only one going to do it and your partner's not going with you, they'll be excited, because guess what? They're going to get you out of the house, and they get to do whatever they want. So look at it from both sides.
Being married, I mean, sometimes like you just don't want to see the other person. It's normal. I mean, to be around someone, it's like, I just need a break. It's totally normal. Everybody goes through it. I think people in our world, like the social media world that we're so involved in, people don't think that. And we always tell them, like, look, it's what happens in marriage and this and that. Like, it's great, it's fun, but there's real world, and it's just like, I think time away is super, super important.
Oh, it's extremely important.
Yeah.
So, well, that brings us to moment of datitude. So, we're always grateful for things in our life, and speaking to this topic specifically, my moment of datitude is that I am very grateful that I have an understanding wife that would allow me to go and do something like that if needs be.
True. I am piggybacking. Definitely. We have very similar relationships with our wives. Of just they're the people that we're supposed to be with. They know us. We know them. And they back us up with whatever we want to do. So, yeah, if we wanted to go do something, Jess would be like, yeah, go do it. For sure. Yeah. No, I tried to get.
That's why we got to do something like this.
Yeah, exactly.
Because if it wasn't that way, they'd be like, "No way, man!" Like my wife, she's just going and doing her thing right now with Mac. Your wife's doing her thing with Aria, and they're like, "Cool, do it."
Prime example is this for us is away. This is away time
Totally.
right now.
We got to drink our water.
Yeah, exactly. And me and Jess had a talk, like things that we do. We're very, very busy with everything we do, our business, and she's like, Two Dads doesn't make money, and I'm like, I agree, but like the end game, she's like, I see the end game. I know what it does for you guys. I know how important it is, and I see the quality of what you guys do. So I understand. We just have to be a little bit better on scheduling, which is fine. But that's on me and more. But so yeah, I'm just appreciative that she's knowledgeable and just understands all that stuff. So we have the very similar datitude.
Datituding. Datituding.
Yeah, remember we brought that up in another episode, datituding.
Datituding?
Yeah, it's like, yeah, I said that.
No, it's dadding.
No, I know, but then I said, because you brought up datitude, and then I said datituding.
Oh.
And I'm like, it'd be a funny, like, t-shirt.
Datituding.
I could see a silhouette of a guy farting, and then in the smoke, it'd be datituding. And it'd be like dads when they just don't know what they're talking about. Or so, I think it'd be kind of funny.
Like the blowing smoke out your ass.
Yeah.
Datituding.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
I like that.
Two good ideas today. No one take them.
All right, so that brings us to the end of episode number 13. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out with us today, listening, taking it all in. We hope you got some good takeaways. Please remember, spend time away from your spouse. Spend time away from your kid.
We have to word it so well because it sounds so bad. Remember,
do not hang around each other.
Leave your spouse. Go do something you want to do.
This is all about you, people.
Yeah.
No, it's seriously, and in all seriousness, it's healthy. And there's so much research out there that proves it. And it's only going to make your relationship better, not only with your partner and your kid, but with yourself, which is awesome, right? And so if we can leave you with that, make sure you do that. Don't be stubborn. Don't be jealous. Don't have that type of mentality where, oh, we've got to do everything together, because you don't, okay? You are your own individual. You need to do things that are going to make you happy, right? It's like the masks that fall down from the airplane, right? Whose mask do you put on first? Do you put your kids on, or do you put yours on? You put your mask on first before you put the kids on. Why? Because you got to take care of yourself before you can take care of anybody else. And if you're not doing that shit in life, well, then you're not going to live a healthy, happy life. So, Two Dads on a Mic, episode number 13. My name is Brian Boyd.
Gittler, Zach. and we out.